Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's a pleasure.
Awesome. So, can we chat a little bit about the new album, Dreams? I
Yeah.
mean, the feedback that I've been seeing has been absolutely phenomenal. Like, how exciting is it for
It
you?
is, yeah, it is. I mean, obviously, I'm very happy that people like it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next.
Absolutely. Can you take me in the recording process, maybe one or two songs in particular, and tell me what the mindset was like when you were putting it together?
Yeah, I actually I wanted the album to have I liked the name Dreams. I thought it's like today we don't dream enough, and I thought it would be a nice title for the album. It's also a cover from Fleetwood Mac. And I thought it would be great to do, to have that as a cover and as a title of the album. And some of the songs, it's a mixture of everything. I normally don't like to write about love because I'm not very good at it, and I think there's so many other people who do it so much better than I, whatever. But funnily enough, I have like 2 tracks on that are sort of about the breakup and being with the wrong person, and otherwise just my mood as it wanders around. I write what I feel at the moment, and that's about the story of the album. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, how therapeutic is the creative process for you? I know a lot of artists.
It's my shrink. It's my shrink. It's my shrink. Yeah, I think it's a good way to. I'm quite shy, so writing is a way sort of to let things out, and when you're angry, when you're sad, you just go in the studio and record, write some lyrics, and it actually helps.
Absolutely. So, are you a person that can kind of, take influence from everywhere during the writing process? Are you one that has to take time away, or can you do that while you're on the road?
No, when I'm on the road, when I travel, actually, I like to write when I'm in a plane or when I'm in the train, because I cannot do anything else. I have to, I'm always very hyperactive. So when I'm actually in a plane, I'm stuck there. No, I don't know, my imagination is triggered up there. And when I travel normally, yeah, so I tend to write a lot when I'm somewhere around the world.
That's awesome. Was there anything that didn't make the cut for the album? Do you ever go back and
Yeah,
revisit
oh yeah,
stuff?
sometimes you have some songs where you think they're going to be brilliant and really nice, and then the feeling isn't just there. I've had that a few times, on other albums also, and then the feeling isn't there, and there's just something missing, and then you just you don't record. I think the whole thing about an album is it has to be what you're all about and the feeling at the moment, and if the feeling isn't there, then you should not. For me personally, I wouldn't want to have a track there where I'm not happy about it.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what goes into a live show for you? 'Cause it looks like they're so high energy from the videos that I've seen.
Yeah, it is. It's funny because a few years ago, I would have never thought I could be able to, I would ever sing in front of people because I'm shy, and I thought I would have stage fright, which I have a little bit, but not as bad as I would have thought. And no, it's just energy and sharing with the band and finding the right energy.
Absolutely. I know you've played some festivals and obviously some smaller club dates as well.
Yeah.
Are they like approaching a different animal, kind of? Like, do you have a different
No,
approach?
No, actually, I think if I sing for one person or for more, it's what's important is to that the person who's listening to what I'm singing enjoys it. It's not how many people. Obviously, as an artist, you would like to like I don't know, 30,000.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I think you have to take pleasure in for one person, or for 10, or for 100, or for more.
Absolutely. Does it ever surprise you by which songs fans tend to gravitate
It's never
towards?
the ones I like.
I have heard that before.
It's never the ones I like. The ones I really like and I really enjoy when I'm on stage and I'm like moving away, and then like everybody's like a dead fish, and it's okay, they don't like that one, so good. No, normally it's never the one I like, yeah. But now I'm used to it, so when I know that I like a song, okay, I'm sure that it's not going to be really.
So I know that you have Days of Power, the film, coming out in February of next year. So how excited are you to get this out? The trailer was amazing.
Yeah, very excited. Not only because it's a great movie, but also because it's about to raise awareness against animal cruelty, puppy mills, as you know. And I think nowadays we need to raise awareness, and because funnily enough, so many people don't know about it. Personally, I didn't know about it a few years ago. I mean, I come from Europe, and in my country, we don't know of puppy mills. And when I heard about and saw what these horrible, monstrous places were, I thought, I was first very shocked. And I said that today. I had an interview, and I said that I went on Google, and I really cried. I really cried. And I know it might sound silly and I'm naive and stupid to cry for that, some people will say, but I couldn't imagine that some people can be so cruel. I mean, I know that humans can be very cruel, but I mean, just, for money and for pleasure and for whatever, I mean, it's just disgusting. So I think it's important, and the movie raises awareness about that, and hopefully, will change some people, and that people understand what puppy mills are. So, and also to forbid, hopefully one day that a law will come through to forbid, the existence of puppy mills, and that the dogs also will not be sold anymore in these pet stores, where the dogs come from puppy mills. But I'm very excited about the movie. And finally, in February, I think it's going to be February 10th. It's going to be February 10th.
This is so exciting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know that you've, obviously worked in support of animal rights and everything for quite some time. When did you, first develop a love for animals?
Singing came much later, I never thought I would ever be a singer. First, I didn't think I could sing, and second, I hadn't, it never crossed my mind. I had no feeling for music. As a kid, you always hear these artists that start when they're very young, and I have no background, absolutely no musical background whatsoever. My parents are not have no musical background, and I was more into being a vet in Africa, going to save the elephants and the tigers, and or an astronaut. I always say that because I always wanted to go up there and see what's in all these planets there. So yeah, it came much later, really by accident, I would say. I always liked music, obviously, but like everybody, not and then. A few years ago, I started singing, and here I am today.
It's amazing that you're able to tie the two together now and have it work hand in hand.
I'm very lucky because the label, they are very animal lovers also. So yeah, I'm very lucky that I am able to sort of share and have my passion for animals and for music together, and I think actually raising awareness through music, there's nothing better. I think it's magical. Sometimes you can reach people, and I'm very lucky that I can do that.
Absolutely. That's why I always say music is a universal language. We can all speak and understand.
Exactly. It is.
Like even sound can evoke emotion in someone. Yeah. So it's definitely one of those things that
And so we really hope. Also, as we talked about the movie, that it's gonna. I always say if we can just change the mind of one person, that will change the mind of another person, and another one, that can make miracles. And I think we are the ones who make miracles. We can change things if we really want to. And I think that's what's very important, is awareness. I understand, when people don't know, if you don't know, you cannot do anything. But once you know, I think you should try and do something.
Absolutely. Did I see you're working on a children's book too?
Again, I never wrote before, and I never thought I would write a children's book. And it's about the story of my dog, Lester. It's a Chihuahua. And all my friends always said, your dog is crazy, so amazing. Why don't you write something about him? So I said, yeah, why not? So I wrote a story about my dog, Lester. The adventures of Lester, yeah. And it's great. I'm really enjoying that. Yeah,
that's
so a few
fun.
Sequels coming, and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like when you approach, writing a book versus writing music.
It's completely different.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Music. I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm lucky that I sometimes I have like writer's block. Obviously, I don't write anything, but very often, if I just sit down, and I'm lucky that it comes like this. But writing a book is a whole other thing, it's serious. I'm not saying that writing lyrics is not serious, but writing a book is, it's completely different for me, definitely.
That's so exciting. I think it's going to be super cool.
Yeah. I mean,
when
I
do you
enjoy
plan to
it.
release that?
Well, it was just released, I think, a few weeks ago in the States. It has there's a publisher in Germany because it was first written in German,
Okay.
so it's already out in Germany, and now it's in English version here in the States. And we'll see. You know, I just had so much pleasure writing. I just hope people are gonna have the same pleasure reading it as I had in, you know, writing the stories of my dog.
Absolutely. It's so amazing because I feel like, is it difficult for you to switch hats? Because I feel like you have so many projects going on, like all the time. How much of a whirlwind does life become every day?
No, I think, you know, we always complain when we have too much, and then when we don't have anything, we're like, what's happening?
Yeah, I need to do something.
I need to do something. No, it's okay. It all sort of melts into, you know, it's fine. No, it's not. But I'm, as I said, you know, the most important for me is to be able to. I love animals, and to, you know, to raise awareness on that subject. And it's really my first passion, let's say.
That's awesome. I know you have a couple of live shows here in the States.
Yeah.
What does 2017 look like as far as touring and all that goes?
Well, with the movie, we are gonna tour, I think, in next spring.
Okay.
I haven't got the dates, but I think it's gonna be around March, April, something like that, with the release of Days of Power. And yeah, so I'm obviously looking forward because I always enjoy so much coming to the States and performing here. It has a special thing, America, you know. So.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at the trajectory of your career up until this point, I mean, obviously you've kind of seen the uprise of social media and the way that the industry has kind of ebbed and flowed with everything. What has that been like? You know, has that changed your approach to recording and writing, and, you know, even interacting with fans now is so much easier?
Yeah, with the social, as you said, the social media, obviously today, you know, you've got Twitter, you've got Instagram, you've got all these possibilities to reach you know, people, and I think it's great. I think you have to use it to your advantage. The only thing is also you have to be careful because there's an overexposition of things, too much for me sometimes. And I think one needs to find the right balance. It's not always easy, obviously, you know, but definitely find a balance. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you could change one thing in the music industry, what would it be?
Oh my God. You know, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because it's tough. And but then again, you're not forced to do it. You see what I mean? You're not obliged. I mean, you do it because you like it, and it is difficult because there's so many talented artists. You know, it's also a question of luck, I must say, being at the right moment, at the right spot. You know, and you know, the industry has definitely changed a lot in the last 10 years, even more. But I guess if you have a passion for music and if you believe in yourself, you know, whatever the obstacles.
Absolutely.
I guess, you know,
So,
just go for it.
if there was one thing that you feel people like either misunderstand about you or get wrong, is there something that?
What do you think? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what I have no idea. I have actually no idea what people think of me. I don't know.
Really, do you read into any like reviews and things like that? Some artists completely stay away from it.
No, I don't really know. I mean, I read. I got the reviews for the album. But I also sometimes get bad reviews, so you know, I think you have to obviously be aware of, you know, the good and the bad. But I try to keep my private life private, and what is for the public to see is raising awareness for the causes I believe in, close to my heart, and the environment also is a very big issue for me today. You know, what we do to our planet, and again, I wrote a song about that, and I think it's trying not to be too cheeky because it's difficult to talk about a subject like that without being too, you know, too much. So yeah, I just use that social media for these things, yeah, and I don't know what people think of me. I have no idea.
So, is there any place that you'd like to visit to play that you haven't yet?
I'd like to tour again in the States. I would really like to do like a big tour in America, and that is the next, hopefully, project coming along. And a bit more New York, Philadelphia, Boston. I mean, you know, America, and or Europe also. We're looking into that. So we'll see
That's
what the
awesome.
future holds.
Well, it definitely looks like you have a very big 2017
I hope
planned
so,
out.
yeah.
It's like super exciting to see you play in the States now. So I definitely want to
That's
thank
really
you.
nice. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join me. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. No, really, very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.